right, hello. Welcome to Super Earth Podcast with your hosts, Lido and Mike.
That's me.
That's the Mike. I'm the Lido. We are now doing a Helldivers podcast.
Yeah, officially.
This is episode 1. Just to put it in context, we're about a month away. Like, it launched about a month ago.
Yeah, about a month ago.
So we had a month with this awesome game.
Incredible.
Yeah. So
can't get one of our friends to buy it, no matter how much we try and talk him into it.
Right. He's just been burned before too many times.
Yeah.
But I think this one's got some staying power. Hence, got to start talking about it and, getting excited about stuff.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, you have all these people, using data to watch videos and stuff when you could just do a quick little podcast, get some information in your ear holes.
On the way to work.
On the go, yeah.
Yeah.
At work.
At work, why not?
If you're really thinking about the game.
Yeah, you're not working on that spreadsheet.
You're not thinking about that spreadsheet if you are working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking about dropping stratagems on those terminids.
Exactly. The terminids. So that segues. I mean, we could talk about, since, I'm new to the game, but we're both new to this type of game. So, what was your first thoughts when you picked up Helldivers 2?
Oh, man. I was just blown away. I mean, I was expecting it to be fun, but I wasn't expecting it to be this awesome. I really was not. I mean, everything from all the sounds that you hear to the music to the gunplay, all of it is just so tight and well done. Every moment is based around making you feel like this epic space, marshal. And yeah, I was just blown away. I couldn't believe how much better they made it.
Awesome. Yeah, I look forward to playing the first one, but so all my experience comes from just playing this game. And the fact that I was like, we got to do a podcast about this game, I think says a lot about the game.
I agree. Yeah.
I think for me, when I first saw it, I'm like, wait a minute. I see almost everything, every sci-fi movie I've ever seen in one game.
Right. Right.
Anyways, the ones that I love, basically,
Sure.
I'm going to raffle them up. Starship Troopers, you got Terminator, you got Star Wars, you've got, I'm going to group that into Star Wars and Clone Wars. I mean, just to kind of, dissect it a little bit.
Definitely.
You got the Predator, and I'll tell you why, the Predator. Because, he's got that little wrist thing.
Yeah.
And he's punching in the codes.
Yeah.
When I'm doing the stratagem punch-ins, I'm pretending I'm the Predator. Doing that. Yeah. And then the music.
Oh man.
The satire. Destiny. I see Destiny, of course, the video game.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I referred to the first one, was when I would try and get people to play it with me. It was almost like a 2.5D Destiny, going out there. But it didn't have the loot drops that Destiny has. But I saw it as very similar. And I think you're right. I think Destiny, Star Wars, the music especially, and I think the composer used to work on Destiny 2. So there are definitely, but even in the music, there's shades of Star Wars, Destiny, and even a hint of, I guess Star Wars would be John Williams. So there's almost a moment that kind of sounds like the original Superman score.
Okay. Well, that's perfect.
I just want to hear that maybe.
Yeah. No, is he the same composer? I think
with John Williams, yeah.
Yeah, John Williams. Yeah. It's all the same. Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, there's something about the music. It just gets you pumped. It just it gets the whole. It's really, there's not a lot of messing around. The training was real quick and real fun, and the guy who's talking to you, if anybody knows me from other podcasts, I don't remember names. I don't remember specifics. I'm a more general thing guy. So forgive me for that. If you're into those like real detailed things, I'm more general and basic. So just a little heads up.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, it's almost a purer experience, if you ask me, when you're not too worried about the details. And that's kind of, I think, why this game is so fun, is because like you go back to games like the Division 2 or Destiny 2, and like you were saying, there's not a lot of time to just waste time in this game. You get right into the action, you get right back out. And, you know, I went back to Destiny 2, which, you know, was like a huge game that I played all the time. And it just feels like there's just so much like running around and tasking to-do lists, and it's overwhelming, and it leads to me not wanting to do anything. But this game, it's just like, let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
It's got that simple sophistication check mark that I'm all about. Keep it simple, stupid, but then it'll trick you because like you're spending a lot of time like when do I set off the all my, what does it call them? What do you call them? Stratagems,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know how to say it. Okay, stratagems. When do you do it? Because you're like, you know, you're being overwhelmed by all these like insects or robots, and you don't got time to think.
Right.
So it's so perfect for someone like me who sprays and prays, you know.
Yeah. Although that accuracy's gone up quite a bit lately, I gotta say.
Well, but yeah, I've been using the shotgun. I got on board with that.
Yeah.
The breaker, I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
the breaker.
There it is. So, yeah. What currently what levels are we at? I'm at like 16.
I think I'm at 18 or 19, and I think you're at 17.
Right. So we haven't unlocked everything, but it's been a lot of fun getting it unlocked and going from getting your butts kicked to like actually kicking some butt. So
right.
We got some game changers, weaponry.
Yeah, we were just talking last night about how challenging now feels like easy used to feel.
Right.
You know, we would do easy together, and we'd be getting swarmed and run into the ship at the end of the mission. You know.
The insects, or what are they called?
Terminids.
Terminids are coming right up to the ship as we're like taking off.
Yeah.
So, man, it was so cool.
But now we do easy, and it's actually easy.
Exactly. So, with that said, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was playing this game. I was blown away, and then I'm like, Mike, you told me about this game. How many people in the world did you tell about this game? Because I can't even get online to play it.
Right.
And so this game take over the world, and what do you think about that?
Well, I think it's well deserved. You know, I thought that the first game had a lot of really awesome ideas, and this game is essentially the same. It's just, you know, the graphical leap, the third-person view. It puts you so much deeper into what's happening, and you get to see all the chunks flying off. And this game is beautiful, you know. On top of sounding great, everything sounds great. It looks amazing. And, you know, we can be doing mission after mission, and then there's just those moments where you'll drop a stratagem, and the way it lights up the trees and the sky around it, I'm just like, man, it's just so awesome. It keeps surprising me, like, in these little moments all the time. And I think, you know, I think that has a lot to do with why it's doing so well. You know, it doesn't mix in anything from outside the game. It's like political satire without being directly political in real world terms. And I think people have been kind of longing for something like that.
Right.
And it's just fun, like you were saying before. It's jump in, jump out, play with other people or don't. But you know, like you were mentioning, it got so big so fast that we couldn't even play.
For real.
Yeah.
I waited and I waited at one point 2 hours for the server to free up, and I was not doing anything but waiting for the clock. It kept repeating, like I didn't want to play anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I was sitting there, like I was texting you the whole time, like no, it's still loading, still waiting.
Right.
Luckily, like 11:30, our time, PM at night, it opened up. But man, like it took over my life,
Yeah, absolutely.
in a way a game hasn't done, or a franchise, or a movie, or anything hasn't done in a long time. And that's why I've been looking for something like this. You know what I mean? I've been looking for something that kind of like new and fresh, but that's kind of like a hodgepodge or a mashup of everything that I like.
Right.
So this is kind of like came around at the perfect time for me, and I think, I don't know, like I don't know. I just thought it'd be a good, subject to talk about and keep talking about, because I would like to do like just an episode on just the story and kind of learn more about, all of that, and so
The Helldivers actual universe and all that.
right, correct.
Super Earth and who we are. From my understanding, all of the Helldivers are individuals, so we're not clones. They're all individuals. Yeah, which is kind of cool.
Which is kind of cool, but you're kind of like next man up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no remorse for the guy that took the hits.
Yeah.
And it's all for the Super Earth, and there's some messages there.
Absolutely.
that are that I think we can dive into if you're into sci-fi. I think good sci-fi, if it's doing its job right, will be warning you about the future, with the safety and comfort of today. But it'll take that technology or any kind of line of thought and kind of extreme it, make it extreme form, and then spit it back at you and be like, hey, is this what you want? This might happen. This could be a possibility. So I'm excited to learn more about their what their story is. But one thing I really liked, straight up, the devs were like, in communication. They weren't hiding from the fact that, hey, we got problems. Right. They were upfront. They were taking action, saying the right things, saying we're working on this. And then one of the comments that they made that really got me on board with who's making this, and we can talk about all those people in a later episode, is they said, hey, this is never going to be a player versus player environment, which I love. I don't know if you know this. I'm sick to death, playing against humans. And
right. Yeah, they ruin everything.
I love, and I've always, Mike, we've been friends forever. Did we ever play, like, if we were playing football, did we ever play my team versus your team?
No, we were always on the same team.
Always on the same team.
Always.
And we play hockey, Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky hockey, NCAA football.
NCAA football, 14 years franchising. I mean,
on the original PlayStation.
NFL was NFL ones for the
Game Day.
The Dreamcast. Remember the Dreamcast? We would play
2K.
2K. NFL 2K.
Yeah.
NFL Game Day. Yes, very
Game
good.
Day. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was always co-op, right?
Always on the same team.
Desert Strike, Desert Storm. Remember those games?
Yeah. And even, we did play Call of Duty for a number of years, so we were always on the same team.
Yeah. And then when we were against each other, even when we were against each other, we were still, it wasn't right. And then we had those years that we would play Halo, LAN parties. We were always on the same team.
Most of the time, yeah.
But not right when so.
Well, you knew the winning team members.
They might listen one day, yeah.
No, we did. We had the benefit of playing with some pretty darn good guys back then.
Oh my gosh, every Sunday, can't miss.
Halo night.
Halo night. For I don't know, 5 years straight.
Which a lot of people are comparing Helldivers to Halo, which, I mean, I kind of see.
Boom. I didn't even put, yes, good point.
There are some Halo outfits, some definitely Halo-looking outfits. But
Right.
other than that, I guess the drop ship and fighting aliens, and from what I heard, and I'll just drop this because I found out about this today, there are people actually creating a Helldivers experience inside of Halo.
Oh, wow.
So they're using Forge to kind of rip off Helldivers because it's a PlayStation PC exclusive.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right, because Xbox people doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a petition and everything I heard that they're trying to make Xbox have Helldivers. That's just another example that, I'm going to say it, has Helldivers turned into a phenomenon? Is it too early?
Oh, no, it's not too early. It absolutely has. I mean, look at the numbers. I mean, they had to, like we were talking about before, they had to expand their servers to fit everybody.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
They were even giving you the number. They were like, we only have capacity for 450,000 players.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so what were people doing? Keeping their games on at night, right? Or all day.
Was on all day.
Genius, by the way.
Right.
Genius tactic. I loved it.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly. Hate the game. And then the devs were like, you got to turn off those systems. Come on, we need the space.
Yeah.
And the people were like, no, in fact, we're going to sue you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You're not giving us our money's worth because we can't play the game. We That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This is so much. That's so great. It's so great. It shows how like rabid the fans are, that they're creating lawsuits. And
yeah, I think I can see it as a positive and a negative,
Yeah.
When the game really blew up, I was almost disappointed because like the first game was kind of like this hidden gem and I kind of thought this one was going to be the same way. I thought you and I would play it and we'd have a lot of fun with it, but it wouldn't really be a game that everybody plays. And now it's like there's just so much craziness going on around it that we couldn't play it when we wanted to.
Right.
And I was almost worried, like, okay, well, here come the hyenas, the coyotes. Here come the people on the outskirts who weren't fans of the first game, but who are going to demand the world of this game. But
that's the sign of success. Yeah, exactly. I think you're going to have that because those people are loud. They know they're loud. They know how to push other people to get reactions. Yeah. And I think if they look at it as a success token and not like okay, we got crybabies now, like I think I think they'd appreciate that. Hey, we're going to take the good with the bad, but we're pushing our way. I mean, they're the best. I mean, they're the highest played game on Steam over like Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. And what's the other one they keep mentioning? They mention like the top games that people play.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I mean, I think it's even beating Al Pal World and some of these other games that are even recently popular.
So there you go. I mean, when you're playing with they're playing with the big dogs, you're going to get some people nipping at your heels. So
that's true.
As long as they stay the course, they don't change who they are. Everything's going to be cool. They're gonna.
And in one of the things that they said, kind of going back to what you mentioned, one of the things that they said that made me think like these guys are awesome is the game director came out and said it's okay to not buy the game until we get the server issues worked out.
See,
like who says that?
Nobody. These guys are good. Yeah, Arrowhead Game Studios.
Yeah,
that's who we're talking about. That's who we've been talking about. That's who we want to thank publicly. That's what what I mean. That's what I want to say. Like these guys have the right. They have the right heads on their shoulders for making a game. They executed perfectly, nicely. If I don't know if they knew it, but they created a supply and demand issue that I think will go down in history as far as the game launch of how you want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
You do not want to give everybody, the game if you don't have to.
yeah, and I mean, games in the past, and a lot of times even still, they launch with bad servers and broken mechanics, and you have to applaud this game for, at very least, launching with incredible mechanics,
for real,
incredible game loops, and really, if you got into the servers, I mean, I've heard of people crashing in my game. I think our game's crashed here and there, but for the most part, it's only been out for a month, like you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And how often does it really crash? Not often at all.
Not enough to ruin my night or anything. Maybe the game, but not the night.
Right.
Getting in was the hard part.
Mm-hmm. And they've, for all intents and purposes, they've fixed that.
Yeah, my only issues, I play on PC. I know you're on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
But my problem is I have problems with this game guard. It keeps... and I think I have to have everything turned off on my computer for it to work. We can get into what all that is eventually in the future.
Yeah.
But, maybe we can get some help from people out there how I can avoid that little error. But I just try.
How do people reach us if they want to?
Oh, geez, good point. We got an email. We have a Twitter. We have a Facebook, and we have an Instagram. So what else? So it's going to be the handles, right?
Yeah.
Are going to be, the email is superearthpod@gmail.com.
Excellent.
And man, you got me. I got to look for our handles now. So I mean, just a Super Earth pod is
Super Earth Pod wherever you're looking.
Yeah, it's where it's going to be. I mean, we try to get them all the same. So at Super Earth Pod, if you're at Facebook, Twitter, you're on Instagram, and yeah, I think they're up. So you can go over there and say hi, and we're looking for a third guy. So this is another reason we're putting it out there. Like it'd be nice to go take on, I'm good at challenging right now, but I know if we go into hard, we're gonna need some help.
Right.
So if there's somebody out there that would like to help, we would definitely love to link up and take on, these
take on the enemies of Super Earth.
Oh yeah, man. I can get I'll get into the puns once I get more comfortable with the game and the names. The puns will start happening. That you play with me all night, so
yeah, it's all good, dude.
We get there. So any latest news? I mean, it's been a month, but we should do a news episode maybe when we news that we missed. Back, because a lot happened that first month, man. You couldn't even keep up every day.
Yeah,
my phone was blowing up because I guess I was looking for it, so I was in the, it kept just shooting me. My Google kept shooting me. News every hour almost.
Right.
Of people and complaining and servers and petitions. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I guess in following episodes we can go more into specific news stories. I think right now the big ones were the servers. There's people calling for a balancing patch, which you're saying has already been deployed.
Well, yeah, there's a 13 patch that came out, I believe, yesterday. Oh wait, where's it at? Oh yeah, 13 notes. So they improved login speed for the PlayStation 5, which I had a theory that PlayStation 5 people had the upper hand in getting the servers into the servers than PC.
I thought so too, because I always got in before you did.
For real. Yeah, I was sitting there for hours, and you were like, I'm here 5 minutes, man. That kind of sucked. I'm like, dude. So improved support on the keyboards, okay. Fixed super credits. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's little things like that, which don't bother me, dude. I know all that. Premium war bond not being accessible, finish to crash, to fix some text. Yeah, I mean, there's all these, Anyways, we're getting up to close to, how long the episode should probably be, right? So
yeah,
let's wrap this episode 1 up.
Wrap it.
And definitely check us out on our socials, Super Earth Podcast or Pod. We'll figure it out. I'll have them written down next time. But Super Earth Pod at Gmail. I know that one.
Yeah.
That's how fast. Like we don't even know what our socials are yet because we created this thing so fast. Just to get it out there, just to get your thoughts. And
so fast that Google thought you were a bot.
Exactly. Yeah, they stopped us from moving forward because they're like, yeah, you've been terminated because you created too many accounts so fast. So, anyways, wanted to thank everybody for listening to episode 1.
Yeah, thank you.
And look forward to episode 2 coming up soon. Till next time, keep kicking butt out there. For Super Earth, yeah.
For Super Earth, keep taking it to the enemies of liberty and democracy.
All right, have a good one.